Yes, good evening, good evening, good
I
evening.
am having a very bad day. I am in no mood. This today was one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
Well, to that to say, good evening, everyone. Episode number 40 of the Swoosh Shoes podcast. And as you can see, we got some very depressed Laker fans here after what happened last night. Um, so let me introduce myself. My name is Eric. Um, we got Josh. We got Armani, aka Triple Sad Face Lakers, and we got Ernest, aka we heading to Cancun. So we start this episode off. We're gonna recap the Western Conference Finals, which ended last night in the sweep by the Denver Nuggets, winning 113-111 to end the series 4 games to none. Nikola Jokic became the first NBA first player in playoff history since Will Chamberlain to average a triple double in 8 straight playoff games, finishing with a series of 30 points, 17 rebounds, and 10 assists average in the entire series.
I
Jamal
thought 80 was
Murray,
gonna stop him.
Jamal Murray also his partner, 25 scored 25 points in each of the 4 games. Um, LeBron James put up a very valiant effort, 40 points, played the entire game, but as was usual during that series, he didn't get any help. Um, Anthony Davis, up and down series. D'Angelo Russell on no show. It was so bad that Coach Darvingham had to bench him for Game 4. Um, Malik Beasley, a no show. It got so bad that he was out of the rotation completely. Um, Rui Hachimura was solid, I felt during the series, but some careless plays defensively, especially in games 3 and 4. Um, uh, the bright spot, Austin Reeves, he played really well in the series. Um, but besides that, the Nuggets, they were the 1 seed for a reason. Um, yeah, the best player in the series, so Jokic. Jamal Murray got back to pre ACL injury, and and the Denver bench, the cast, the rest of the roster played very well. Bruce Brown, Michael Porter Jr. had made some big shots during the series. Aaron Gordon had a big game last night, 22 points. Bruce
KCP.
KCP, huge contribution of the bench. And Bruce Brown with his length and size defensively. So the Lakers, their season ended last night in the sweep. But think about this. This was a team that started 2-10. This is the same team that was in 13th place in the Western Conference. During trade deadline, they made a slew of moves that got them and started their run towards getting into the playing spot. Once they got into the play-in and finished seventh, winning 43 games, they beat the Minnesota Timberwolves to get the number 7 seed. Get into the playoffs, they beat the Grizzlies in 6. Second round, they beat the defending champion Golden State Warriors. So they won. So at least they got to a Western Conference Finals at a number 7 seed, which is very impressive. But as they say, all good things come to an end, and it wasn't meant to be for the Lakers, as their quest for the 18th NBA championship goes by the wayside. And now we got questions coming up for the Lakers as we head to the offseason. So, guys, um, give us your thoughts on the series, and please, the floor is
I,
yours.
I'm gonna go before them before they go crazy. But congrats to the Nuggets. I had them winning, and I just didn't know they was gonna be like this dominant towards the Lakers. What they said, the number one defense I heard in here, and
Yeah, they were the number
the
one
depth.
defense.
I heard a lot of depth talk in here. Um, but um, the series showed you who the best player in the world is, and it's Jokic. No offense, sorry. Braun, you saw Braun is far, well, not far, but he's not what he was 3 years ago when he won the chip for the Lakers. You saw that he scored 30, 31 in the first half. And then after that, it was just like, yeah, this is all I got, guys. My legs is done. It's brisket right now. I'm done. So I think this is more this is like it's sad seeing LeBron. This is this nigga like this is like the superhero. He's like a superhero figure that's like it's like, yo, LeBron always come out, he always go crazy. And it was just like this guy is really human. Like this stuff is like I can't believe I'm seeing the end of LeBron almost like and he's talking about retirement after. I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. So that's what I took from it. Even though I warned you, Armani and Ernest, I told y'all that was fake depth. The guys from Minnesota that y'all got, unplayable. Malik Beasley didn't even see any time most of these playoffs. D'Lo, when you go against a very good team, you see he's unplayable. Vanderbilt, you see why Minnesota was like, yo, I know he could rebound, I know he could defend, but on offense, we got no space. Yeah, I was right about Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves good, but the rest of them, that's all I'm saying. That's it.
Come on, guys! Like
The depth, you know what I'm saying?
like we have elimination.
Okay. This
All
episode,
right, all
the
right,
depth.
all right.
Come on,
So
man! Come on.
first and
Yeah.
foremost, congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. You made your first appearance to the NBA Finals since the merger. Congrats on that huge milestone.
That felt like a slight. I'm not gonna lie. That felt like a slight.
No. That's an actual fact. It's an actual fact. They were the better team, and I just want to say because I didn't underestimate Denver, but I did claim, and I own up to my takes. Back in January when we beat the Nuggets, I called the Nuggets the most, in my eyes, at the time, the most fraudulent one seed I've ever seen. And I kind of felt that way leading up to the playoffs because having played Minnesota, I felt like there was no real competition. Having played Phoenix, a newly, put together team, and no depth because depth is important. Clearly, the Nuggets have that.
Angel. Yeah, Angel.
I felt like it's just the Suns didn't have enough, and then I just felt like the Lakers were kind of battle tested throughout the playoffs. Obviously, they've been fighting they've been in playoff mode since like damn near January, right at the end of January, and I certainly after the trade deadline. And I felt like the Lakers were a little bit more battle tested going through Memphis and Golden State, and shout out to Golden State. We took you guys in 6. We were up 3-1. Enjoy blowing that team up. Anywho, and I just felt like Denver hasn't faced a defense like the Lakers. Number one defense throughout that second half of the year. Certainly in the playoffs by a mile. Anthony Davis, and we certainly got punked. We got outplayed. We didn't get outclassed like the Celtics are being outclassed right now. We'll get to them in a second. But tip your hat off to Denver, and I just want to play this because it's deserved. Okay, so I'm a clown for believing in D'Angelo Russell. I am a clown for believing in. I hate to say this, it hurts me because I've been a stan. I've been a stan for a little bit this season, especially what the team has gone through and the turmoil and the roster turnover and how he's shown up. But Anthony Marshawn Davis.
Oh boy.
I appreciate the defensive prowess. I appreciate the dominance that you've displayed because that has been the constant. But what was also the constant is you not showing up. And the biggest gripe I have with Anthony Marshawn Davis is that it is an elimination game, my brother. It is game 4. LeBron James came ready to go. He was not going down without a fight, and he showed that. And you 9 points in the first half, bro. 9? Jokic, beginning of the fourth quarter, had 5 fouls. And you simply could not. We have some thinking we have to do this offseason, in particular to Mr. Marshawn Davis here. This is it, man. This is it. If you don't come back next season with a certain level of aggression, force, I don't know, man. We might have to start having that conversation. And I know what that conversation is about. But I will say I'm proud of Austin Reeves, as I said, Josh. He would probably be the second best player on the Nets. Sorry.
Oh,
he would be right now. You put Austin Reeves on the Nets, and you could make an argument. He's probably better than Mikal Bridges, but
whoa,
and certainly Cam Thomas. Certainly.
That's not even our second best player.
Let's put that out there.
That's not even our second best player.
Nick
Claxton.
Okay.
Very much.
That's all I can say. We got swept. There was little margin of error. Everything we threw at the Nuggets, they had an answer for. After game 1, I kind of felt confident, right? As everyone did.
Lakers found something after the Nuggets win. Like
I wasn't like that, but I felt as if there were certain things that we could have exploited. And Bumpy, Darvin Ham.
Oh boy.
Does Dennis Schroeder have something on you? I need to know. He's a rookie head coach, so I'm going to give him some flack. But at the end of the day, man, like this is egregious. And it was to the point where like I felt I would have been better off you running Vando out there than Dennis. Because clearly when Vando was on Jamal Murray, it did give him some issues. If you go back to game 2, and game 3, game 3 more in particular, because game 3 he struggled throughout the first half, in which Vanderbilt played most of that game in the first half, and then he got I think 7 minutes in the second half, and that's when Jamal Murray went freaking ballistic.
Oh, that fourth quarter in game 2. Oof.
After game 2, that's when I felt like I don't think we could beat this team. But something told me, we'll go home and, role players play better at home. We'll get one, and then, we'll worry about game 4. I was confident we were going back to Denver before game 5. But after game 3, yeah, I knew it was over. So, shout out to Austin Reeves, who has been a bright spot. He will be back next season. There is no way in hell the Lakers will let him go. You can book that, stamp that, whatever you want to do. Austin Reeves is not going anywhere. I don't care. Houston Rockets, I heard, they're willing to kind of throw a bag at him. The Lakers can match any offer that is out there, and they will do so. Rui Hachimura, like I said, has shown some really, really good spots. That is Baby Kawhi. That is my nickname for him. I think next season, he will be a very intricate part of this rotation in this team. D'Angelo Russell. I like to call America the land of second chances. And my boy, you blew it. Sayonara. Jared Vanderbilt, I believe, should be back next season. You need wing depth. You need guys that can guard on the wing. In particular, with having you got to deal with the likes of Phoenix and obviously the Nuggets, and you're gonna have the Clippers out there. You're gonna have Minnesota with Ant-Man and obviously oh my God, Golden State. I think Vandal comes back. And Max Christie, obviously, I think Max Christie is going to develop into a really good player for us. Those are my guarantees for next season: AD, LeBron, Rui, Austin, Vando, and Max. Everyone else, it is what it is. We'll see what happens from there. But I don't want to make this too much about the Lakers, man. And we deserve to lose because, again, the Nuggets were the better team. Jokic, he was just throwing up stuff. It's just like gut punch after gut punch, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I got to address one thing, and then I'll let you go. Contavious Caldwell Pope.
He said, "This is my arena."
2021 in the first round, when we begged you to shoot, because you seemed to be afraid to make a shot against Phoenix in the first round. And all of a sudden, you want to show up. But, I get it. It's probably stemming from the trade. But the reason why your ass got traded is because you didn't show up in the playoffs. If you performed the way like this that year, you probably still be on the roster. Hey, I don't want to troll too much and slander too much. I have to tip my cap to the Denver Nuggets, and they took care of business. They were the flat out better team. We had no answer for Jokic. They figured out the Rui coverage, and AD really couldn't do nothing with him. And he's the best center in the league, the best player in the league at this moment. And you got to give props where it's due. But the Lakers will be back. Trust me, we'll be back. And Bruce Brown. Yeah, the Nets. Jeff fumbled that. But anyway, Armani, the floor is yours, brother.
Wait, what? We fumbled what? We fumbled?
Bruce Brown.
We developed him.
Cat.
I don't think he wasn't doing that on the Pistons, but okay. Money, come on, man. Yo, listen, nothing could bother me, bro. I'm on cloud 9. All my enemies are done.
Laugh now, everyone. We can laugh now. You can laugh.
Bro, Next year's gonna be LeBron last year. Oh my god, it'll be so beautiful, man.
Yeah, we'll
It'll
get
be
into
so
that.
This season has just been
A roller coaster.
a roller coaster of emotions. Starting off the team with Russ, Pat Bev,
And
three guard
I'm sorry,
lineups.
Armani. Rush stands. Yo, seriously, chill out, man. Chill out. All on the timeline, doing victory laps, all that crap. Like, cut it out, man. Cut it out. Like,
Wait, didn't
at
you
the
see
end of
what
the day,
Westbrook did to the Suns in the playoffs? You didn't see that? Y'all needed
excuse me,
that. Y'all needed
excuse
that. I'm
me.
not gonna lie.
Westbrook on that minimum contract, absolutely. But Westbrook making $47 million, no,
Whose fault is that? That's not his.
it's not. It's a lot of people's fault. Damn it. All right, Armani, I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
This entire season has been a roller coaster of emotions.
You about to cry?
Um, I mean,
I'm
it
sick,
was
bro.
we had a lot of ups, we had a lot of downs. You know what I mean? We started the season with Russ, Pat Bev, three guard lineups. We was 2-10.
Jesus.
And then when we started to see life, our our hopes got crushed again. You feel me? Yo, Angel, enjoy it now. Enjoy it now.
Yo,
Enjoy
these
it now.
comments in this chat, yo.
Enjoy it now.
Yo, these comments in the chat are wild.
But I remember trade deadline.
Oh,
Well, even before that, when LeBron broke the record, I just felt like it was very selfish. Um, very very selfish about how that whole 2 week span played out. Especially even in that game. If y'all know me, y'all know how I felt about how that game was played and how he broke the record and then didn't play the fourth quarter. I didn't like that. Um, and then trade deadline happens. We get some debt. You know what I mean? We get the debt. You know, we get the D'Lo, the Jared Vanderbilt. We get Rui. We got Rui like a couple weeks before the deadline. And we got Malik Beasley. We started to make some progress, man. But then LeBron hurts. He gets hurt, right? And then, like Ernest's point, we got in playoff mode right when LeBron went down. We knew. Yeah, shut up, man. Leave me alone. Um, um,
yo.
we just knew like we was in playoff mode. We was trying to make it. A lot of people counted us out. Said we was gonna make the play in. We made the play in. A lot of people said we was gonna be Memphis. We beat Memphis. A lot of people said we was gonna be Golden State. We Golden State. I feel like we took out all our energy on that. Um, and then we here in the Western Conference. And we just got obliterated, man. This felt like 2011, yo. It felt like 2011 against the Mavericks. Ernest, I know you talk about 2012 against the Thunder. I just felt like we was just old. Show some respect to Tristan. Yeah, I have an issue with that. With
Yeah, I knew we was cooked when Tristan Thompson was out playing AD. I
Yeah, I have
mean,
an issue with that. AD shows up every odd game, and that's just something that didn't sit well with me. The defense was there, but just the urgency wasn't, and like you could see the clear difference, like when he was on and when he was just like out of rhythm. And I just hated every post game interview he would say he's got to be better. It's like, yo, brother, like we need you to be better consistently. We're not getting any help from our dad, the dad. You know what I'm saying? Um, wasn't getting anything from them. Well, we had some bright spots from Lonnie Walker. Shout out to Lonnie Walker. Shout out to Rui Hachimura. Um, Shout out to Stone Cold Reeves Austin. Shout out to you, brother. Who else? D'Lo. No shout out to you. Um, no shout out to you, D'Lo. It was just I don't know, it's just frustrating how everything just ended. You know what I mean? Just like we got swept. We got swept, man. Like I didn't think that was gonna happen, man. Like I thought we was gonna win. You know, we were supposed to go back to Denver 3-1, but we got swept, man. We got swept, yo. Like I just couldn't believe it, man. And yesterday I'm sitting there watching the game, and I'm just like, like preparing for the worst. Like my emotions not in it, you know. Um, yes, yeah. Shout out to Scotty Pippen Jr. as well. Like that whole plot is crazy, man.
Gosh.
Um, but
Larsa Pippen getting passed around at practice is crazy.
yeah,
Yo.
yeah. She getting passed around like LeBron assists. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Um, but yeah, man. Like I was watching the game. Yeah, I had no fear.
Angel, are you like? Are you a fan of like? Are you a Nugget fan?
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
oh.
that's my homie. He is a Nuggets fan, man.
Oh,
But
okay, okay. He's
yeah,
not a bandwagon, right?
nah.
Nah.
He not a bandwagon.
Okay,
He
all right,
not a bandwagon.
all right.
Um, but yeah, yesterday I watched the game. I removed my emotions from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when it got down to those last two possessions that we had, man, like, well, actually the three last possessions when Jokic made that layup, I'm just like, yo, bro, like, this dude can't be stopped, man. Hitting the little rainbow threes. I'm just like, yo, bro.
We
Um,
we we look like the Nets against Philly, when they couldn't do nothing with Embiid. That's what we look like.
uh,
Whoa,
uh,
wait, time out. No. Time out. Embiid, look at his averages. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all can't. You think these little sub shots? You had LeBron James and AD on your team. Our best players can kill this.
Yeah, they had a foot injury though. They both had foot injuries.
um,
Oh. One is not half a fairy.
Both of them
um,
do. Both of them do.
uh, but yeah, Bruce Brown was just getting on my nerves, man, because he not like that. He not
It's
like that.
D'Lo's fault.
He not like that. Like I think he's a
They literally,
he,
bro. They literally the game plan. They literally said the game plan: attack D'Lo because he is. Oh my god.
yeah. Bruce Brown is not like that. He's just a great play in a great situation right now. The Nuggets won't get him back. He's gonna go to another team and stink it up. I'm a troll his ass on Twitter. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Because he ain't like that.
yeah,
KCP,
he is. He's like that.
he not like that.
He did it in the Boston series. Yeah, he's like that.
Uh,
He's like that.
KCP, man, KCP. You know, at the start of the 2019-2020 season, well, even before that, remember when KCP had the ankle bracelet joint on his leg?
Who said we
Like
getting Kyrie?
that that was I don't want Kyrie. That's just me.
Well, no,
I hope
I
so.
know, but the comment Christian put, I think every, I don't think we are. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
think we getting
I don't think we're
Kyrie.
getting Curry. I
Yeah.
don't think that's happening.
But remember when
Look, D'Lo's not
KCP?
coming back though. Like
Nah,
you
he ain't
can book
coming
that.
back.
He's not
And
coming back.
we not getting Trey Young either. We not
No,
getting
no,
him
no, no,
either.
no, no. We're not getting that.
We
Either.
not getting Trey Young.
That was
Um,
just clutch. Clutch literally was putting the full court press the first day of the offseason. That's all that was. Don't worry about that.
but yeah, man. What was I going to say? Yeah. KCP. I remember he came to the Lakers. Man's wound up with a. He on house arrest or something like that.
Yeah, he was.
Like,
I
and
thought that was
then
a, I thought that was a myth. I thought that was like a lie.
No, that's really true.
nah,
He was
he was
playing
on
with it.
house arrest. Yeah,
Oh.
He's playing with it. Like you would have thought the damn thing was an ankle brace. Like he couldn't leave the state of California. Like that's how wild it was. He started the 2019-2020 season staking it up, and then pandemic happened and everything. But before the pandemic, we was rolling, right? I could not stand KCP. Ernest knows this. I really
I had to
despise
tell you to chill
KCP.
on him because, like, I was like, yo, he's
Yeah,
good.
and you're right. You're right. In the bubble, he definitely like I did a 180, yo, man. I became a KCP fan. Like, and I always told myself, if I was ever meet KCP in public, I will public apologize to that man because, like, unlike Danny Red, KCP definitely showed up and he earned that ring. Shout out to KCP. But you went to Denver, man. You got traded to Denver. However, you ended up on Denver, I can't remember. And then you
It was they
decided to
traded from the Wizards.
yeah, you decided to go crazy, bro. Like, yo, Casey, nah, you ain't good in my book now, KCP. you ain't real right, bro. And then Jamal Murray, yo, I can't even say nothing bad about Jamal Murray, man. Um, I just hate Angel so much, and I hate this Nuggets team so much. Like that's why I don't want to give them any props. But
Nah, you have
honestly,
to, man. They
I
beat us, bro.
they
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 beat
play
us.
they play great basketball, man. Jokic is fat, but he be cooking, yo. Like, yo, he was cooking AD, and I'm just like, yo, bro, like you're not just gonna stop Jokic. Like, I just asked you to just to do something. You feel me? But man, like these dudes are too good. And I hold on, I got one thing to say about Aaron Gordon, bro. Like, like you came in the league, you was rocking a fresh cut. Now you got dreads, you got locks, bro. Like, I somebody help me understand that. Like, how, like, and never mind. That's a deeper conversation. Um, but yeah, man, I'm just very disappointed how the season ended. You know, everybody telling me, yo, like, we started off the season two, but like, I don't want to hear that. Like, it's great. Thomas Bryant about to get a ring. So,
I
well,
mean, yo, I tweeted Christian. I tweeted this last night, and I said, it was wild. Like, after the whirlwind and being on Spaces and talking about the game and the off season and whatever, and I was laying down and it dawned on me, and I was like, Thomas Bryant is about to get the last laugh, and I am in hell.
And he wanted out.
Unreal.
yeah, I mean, we got swept, man. Like, it, and AD, he got to come back. He got to come back. Like, I remember
This
2008
is
finals.
this is the last. This
Uh,
this is it, man. This is it.
yeah, this is it. Pau Gasol got smoked in 2008. KG straight bullied him. What did he do? He came back and got us our second title. You know what I'm saying? So AD, like, you got to go work on your game, bro. Like, I was actually surprised that he was more like a little bit durable this postseason. Besides the game one in Memphis when he couldn't move his arm, but besides that, Garden Cat, KD, Braun is a con. Whatever, man. Um, but AD was actually a lot more durable than I thought. So that's good for him. Um, man just got to work on his game, bro. Like I don't even trust AD to shoot the ball anymore. Like, 2020 season, yo, AD on the elbow was money. AD behind the line was money. Now it's just like, yo, and then Braun, yo, you gotta stop shooting threes, bro. You gotta stop, man. If you tired, pass the
I,
damn ball,
I
bro.
don't think that's gonna happen personally, because I just think honestly, like, the it wasn't him. It wasn't the. Yes, he was shooting bad threes, but I think the dead legs didn't do a good service for it. Like, he was taking bad threes and bad. Like, the timing was just off for him,
Right.
and the bad decision in taking those threes. Like, I'd rather you take the threes in rhythm than force them. In some of those possessions, I think he was just forcing those threes because he had dead legs. And it just sucks, man. Like, it sucks to get swept because you know what? At the end of the day, there's no excuses. 4 games. We lost to the same team that was doing the same thing, and we had no answer for it. And when we did, they had a counter that we couldn't counter.
And Mike Malone, sit your punk ass down, honestly, man. Because no,
Why he
no,
getting strays?
no matter what, like you
Yeah,
over here,
like, enough with
like
the underdog stuff, because everyone picked the Nuggets to win anyway.
right,
But
you know,
that's what great people in sports
nah,
do.
man,
Nah,
They always
nah,
create a
nah.
like,
Stop the
oh yeah,
crying, bro.
sit your punk ass down. You know what I'm
oh
saying? Like,
my
like,
god,
Mike Malone, you talking about like the felt like Jokic wasn't getting coverage on like some of the sports media shows, and I'm like, bro, yeah, yes he was. Like, what are you watching, bro? Like every time Jokic posts a triple double, they're definitely talking about them.
they
Every
was
time you
talking about
act
the stat padding.
right, well, yeah, exactly.
That's
So
not the
it's like
coverage you want.
right. No, 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 no. But I'm saying, like in this postseason, Jokic was getting up there, especially when he had that 53-point triple double. They was definitely talking about that. They was definitely talking about that. So Mike Malone, cut it out. You could put that in your pipe and smoke it. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all didn't win this year, Mike Malone, you was out the door. So, it's just one of those situations. It's like the Budenholzer situation, just the timing just happens to be right, but that's not taking anything away from this bum ass Nuggets team. You know what I'm saying? They came in, they did what they had to do. There was a number one seed for a reason. Um, Jokic is, best player in the league. Don't really got to say much about that. They just came and did what they had to do, and we got swept. We lost to the same team 4 times. They did the same thing. Darvin Ham took way too long to make adjustments. It killed me that we started off game 4 with the lineup that we've been asking for since like game 2. And once we seen D'Lo wasn't unplayable, like that should have told you right there. Like I think D'Lo gave us like maybe 2 good games throughout this entire postseason run. That should tell you something right there. And especially if they hunting him, you got to figure that out. I don't care if you're a rookie coach, like that's just something that you got to figure out. Like as like in the moment while it's happening. You watch film, that's something that you just got to look at and just like move the chess pieces accordingly. Um, but yeah, man, it sucks, to get swept. Like it's really crazy. As far as LeBron's retirement, I don't think he's retiring. I just that's something I personally don't like either. You know, like because now these Nuggets fans and Mike Malone is going to complain. Oh well, you know, we won the Western Conference Finals, but LeBron still found a way to outshine us, and but it was also very truthful and honest for LeBron at this state of how he's feeling. So but I don't think he's retiring. Everybody got their own speak pieces of how they feel about this LeBron scenario and how that's going to go. But I hate this shit is whack, man. This shit is not fun, bro. This shit is not fun. Like I try not to break my TV. I try not to break my table. Like I try not to, bro. I try not to. Jokic got 99 100 votes for
That
MVP.
doesn't
That
even
should
make
let you
any
know
sense.
he was still being disrespected.
That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, um, yeah,
Man.
I'm not even going to entertain Angel because that doesn't make any sense. Um, so LeBron is yeah.
Oh, I just remember what I was going to say about D'Lo. You taking jump shots after the
Dog,
game, and you taking jump shots after the elimination game. Well, I mean, Ernest, it's okay. He's getting up his last shots. His last time in the Laker jersey. So it. Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna read
over.
you a quote. I'm
It's
gonna read you
over.
a quote of that Jovan Buha from the Athletic had said about asking about D'Lo on his game entering the offseason. And I quote, "I'm nice. I know.
So
I
he
know.
did say that.
Yeah, he did. I know who I am as a player. I can be better than your point guard. I can be better than your shooting guard. The nerve." End quote. Sorry. The nerve,
I thought that
Mr.
was part of
Russell.
the code, like the nerve. Yeah, he supposed to come at somebody.
No, the nerve of D'Angelo Russell. If that was the case, we wouldn't have gotten swept, my boy, because when you are able to score 17 plus points this postseason, the Lakers are undefeated. But anyway, enough of D'Lo. He's not going to be on the team next year. LeBron's retirement. There is a possibility though. I don't think he is like capping about it. I do think it is looming. Obviously, I think because of because of the rigorous like off-season training that he does, and the amount of money he spends on his body every year, all that stuff, it is taxing. But also at the same time, I think the injuries, every single
Mounting up.
year are
Yeah,
starting to
starting to
catch
pile
up
up.
where he's like, I don't know if I could continue to do this because I'm getting hurt every year now. My body's starting to break down. And then thirdly, one of his best friends had just retired. So like, and Carmelo Anthony, shout out to Melo with an amazing career, man. And he's the last.
Can I just say one thing about Melo?
Yeah.
I just feel like we ruined it. We definitely ruined it because Melo's last team was the Lakers,
Yeah, man.
and
Jeez.
Oh,
we had Rajon Rondo, All Star, future Hall of Famer. We had Anthony Davis, future Hall of Famer, All Star, champion.
Jared Dudley on the
We
roster.
had Dwight Howard, future Hall of Famer.
No, Jared Dudley was not on that roster.
No, that was the year prior.
The year prior, he was on the
Oh,
roster.
the 2020.
Dwight Howard, Hall of Famer, champion, multi-time Defensive Player of the Year award winner. We had like the Justice League on our team, and we had Carmelo Anthony, and
And
we ruined it.
let's not forget, we also had the CTE team. We had Avery Bradley. We had Darren Collison. We had
Trevor Ariza.
We had Isaiah Thomas. We had DJ Augustine. We had the list goes on, man. The list goes on. Wayne Ellington.
Ooh.
That was bad, man. But yeah, where Braun, the third point I wanted to make with Braun is obviously like Melo retiring. Not to say it affected him, but it didn't make him like ponder. He's the last one from 03, literally, and I know he's probably like, man, like I don't know, like. And then the elephant in the room, right, is, you got to put pressure on Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss. Because if he feels as if he cannot win, legit, like I have a contending team and we feel like we're the favorites, and if he doesn't feel that way, I can see him walking away. And then that begs the question: if that happens, how do the Lakers start to proceed? Because in my mind, if LeBron is retiring, I think Anthony Davis will be on the trading block. But also, ultimately, though, I feel like he is coming back. LeBron has always been a guy to play out his contract. He's always been that. He's never requested a trade. He's not going to do so for the LeBron James stands that think LeBron's going to play forever. And
You think that?
Yes. They believe that Jeannie is not worthy, and she should sell the team because she's done a disservice to LeBron and blah 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 blah. Jeannie's not selling the team. They're not going anywhere. LeBron's loved the Lakers. The Lakers love him, and I ultimately think that LeBron will play next season, but next season will be his last. And I think he'll retire and then think about what he's going to do, whether he wants to come back and play with Bronny or pursue ownership, which he ultimately wants to do as well, of NBA franchise. So I just think next season will be his last. And I think the Lakers will do everything in their power to try to build a contending team from the jump to make sure that he has a chance to win a title, because we all know LeBron. And LeBron is a guy that, there has to be a story. There has to be, some type of dramatic, thing to his legacy. And what other dramatic way
to end your
career winning the championship
with the Lakers.
And I think that's what he's forcing. I don't say forcing, but I think him pinning the conversation of retirement, kind of like it's maybe nudging the Lakers to be like, all right, like, hey, next season may be my last. We got to do what we got to do. Now that remains to be seen whether the Lakers are going to do that. Rob Pelinka did speak today about keeping the young core. And keeping the young core of Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura and possibly Vanderbilt, and Beasley talking about like we need a training camp, and he thinks they'll be unbeatable. And so
said Beasley?
Beasley said that.
Nah, he out of here.
Malik Beasley said he feels as if they got a full training camp and some time together, that they'll be very formidable and in the playoffs. That's neither here or there at this point.
Can I just say, can I just say we throw around the term young core so loosely.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
These guys, Rui's like 26. Like, what are we doing?
And my estimation when Rob Pelinka, see, a lot of people are like, I think taking that and saying, oh, he's keeping everybody. I didn't take it as that. I took it as Rui and Austin Reeves, Max Christie, and maybe Vanderbilt. Everyone else, we're gonna figure out. And that remains the question, because if that's the case, then we all know LeBron James wants to play with Kyrie Irving. That's not a secret anymore. He's been actively pushing for the Lakers to get him somehow, because he feels,
oh, you're going to retire. We don't want that.
Yeah. And that's why I also think that the Trae Young thing was put out there. Like, you gotta understand, like the media likes to throw things out there for a reason. What happened?
Wait, D'Angelo Russell refers to his second stint with the Lakers as a complete success and says he really can't complain about any.
Yeah, listen, man. Hey, it's in hindsight.
Let me just ask you. So I mean, we drafted D'Lo, and it's kind of normal / rare when players stay behind the game and get up some shots. I don't think D'Lo has ever done that previously in his career. So when you shoot the way D'Angelo Russell has been shooting this entire series against the Denver Nuggets, that would force you to stay behind the game and get up some shots. Why do you think you're doing that? Because you're not hitting shots. And if you're not hitting shots, that means you're not making them. And by not making them, that means you're not helping your team win. And by not helping your team win, that means your team loses. And then your team loses again. And then he loses again. And then he loses again. And the first team to lose 4 times is eliminated from the playoffs. So where's the success around it, D-Lo? Because just help me understand. Because sometimes I just hate when players are oblivious to their own game. Of course, you want to have confidence. Of course, when a reporter asks you a question, of course you can't drag yourself in the mud, because you're entering a contract year. You're expected to make $30 million a year, and by you saying some hot shit like that, like we not entertaining this, D-Lo. It was a complete success. Where's the success? Well, for you.
To be fair, look, this is why he's probably saying that, because last time he was in LA, they was winning 20 games a year. Now he's in WCF, so it is a success to him, to his standards.
That's selfish. That's selfish.
Didn't you know what, Josh?
That's selfish.
Then D'Lo could go play with Giannis if he thinks this season was a success. He could go play with Giannis. Okay,
that's
guys. I told you about D'Lo. I told you.
It's listen, it's unfortunate. But again, like I said, LeBron has, he's been pushing for Kyrie, and I don't think the Lakers want to entertain that. Unless I think the only way they will entertain it, if it's all right, Kyrie, like we'll sell you to 1-1, and we'll figure out afterwards.
You think Kyrie's doing that?
No, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
And then and I think that's why the Trae Young stuff was floated out there too. And even though like Trae Young, great player, and I definitely think he would have shown up more than D'Lo for sure. But I think he's a smaller guard.
I mean, what you mean? Why? Let's ask Ernest. I'm trying to get my jabs in while I'm going down. So let's ask Eric. Let's ask Eric if Trae Young would have showed up in that moment. Of course he did. I'm just trying to get my jabs in before I go down, before I get super thick.
Like,
so I'm
Trae Young would have showed up. He wouldn't have put up stinkers like D'Lo was.
So why I don't want him? That's why I'm confused. That's why I'm
because he's a liability on defense, and he cannot move without the basketball.
Yeah.
So
and then
we cannot have that type of player on our team.
And then trading for him
is going to cost you a lot.
It's going to cost a lot to get traded. I don't think that's a we don't got assets for that much assets for him.
We learned our
You
lesson.
need somebody for after
with
LeBron, bro. You
Russ.
need if LeBron is retiring, you need him in AD. That's the next duo,
Right,
right?
but you draft well, and I was
What
gonna say
what picks
something,
you
but
drafting?
I would no. I was gonna say you draft well, and I was gonna say something, but then I'm like, nah, I don't think I want this dude
So-
anymore.
so
Jaylen Brown,
Young-
come to LA, son. Come to LA, son.
that's not happening.
Oh, that ain't happening.
Trey Young,
That ain't
Jaylen Brown,
happening.
come to LA,
listen.
son.
Trey Young is young. He is 25 years old at this moment, right? He made 40 million. He made 37 million last season. He'll be making 40 million next season. Then 2024, 2025, he'll be making 43 million.
A lot of money.
Then 2025, 2026, he's gonna be making 45 million. And then 2026, 2027, which is last year of his contract, he'll be making 48, damn near 50 million.
50 million. Jeez.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a lot of money on the books.
Fine, guys. That's fine.
Josh, stop, because you're trolling, and you would love to see.
I'm not trolling because my
but-
team is about to trade for Damian Lillard, and his contract is $62 million in 3 years.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm
he's
getting
gonna be
worried
like
about
39 by the
I'm
time
getting
that
worried about
contract
Carl
is over.
Anthony Towns coming here. Got his last option at 62 million. Like
This
what?
is the new norm, guys. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Now, if the Lakers could somehow keep Reeves, keep Rui, keep Vanderbilt, and then still get Trey Young, okay, maybe we could talk. Maybe. But that's not.
You know I
it's
can't
not
use that
realistic.
word on here.
It's not realistic. It's
You know
not.
I can't use that word for teams on here. That what they do for the Lakers.
chill. That's only Washington. Chill. But yeah, because Washington taking Kendrick Nunn for Rui Hachimura was crazy.
I was thinking more was being sent.
Yeah,
I saw
crazy.
Kendrick Nunn in the second round. I'm like, what?
Yeah, for Rui Hachimura, crazy. Listen, well, the Lakers. A part of me does think a third star is a target. I just don't know who that third star is going to be. I heard rumblings about. DeMar DeRozan. Please, God, no.
He a free agent?
No.
He free agent,
No.
right?
No, I think next season will be his last year. I heard about that. I heard, I don't know, but
I heard Ayton is available.
No, hell no.
he could go.
Come on, bro.
Ayton could go play with Dwight Howard in Taiwan. But yeah, man. Listen, and we'll get more into the off-season stuff. I need to do a little, obviously it's been literally 1 day removed, and I got to do some, digging and all that stuff, and we'll get into the weeds of that. But that's just the gist of it right now, how I feel, and I'm just gonna take this L gracefully. I deserve it. And shout out to the Nugget fans. Shout out to the Denver organization.
Shout out Angel. Shout out Mel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, shout out them.
No, ain't no shout out. Ain't no congratulations. Nah, get out of here with all that, son. Nah. Get out of here with all of that, bro. Nah, screw the Nuggets, bro. Get out of here, son. Get out of here, son. Next year we'll be back, son. But yeah, I think next year, the Lakers will be formidable for sure. The Lakers have too much flexibility right now to not be good, and I think they will be. This is your Giannis championship. This is it.
I think this is the Hakeem because then next year they're gonna repeat.
No, they're not repeating.
Nah, I don't think they're gonna repeat. I honestly, personally, Josh, I think the West is going to be really good next year, like legit. I don't think. Yo, Hyrel, come on, man. I do think obviously Golden State will be better. Phoenix will surely be better.
You got them trading Poole if they go be better.
Yeah, I think Draymond, Clay, and Steph obviously come back, and
Poole for Siakam go crazy or something.
I think Poole will love it in Orlando. And
they got a young squad out down there.
Yeah. That's that. And then Phoenix, you can't listen. A full training camp off season with KD and Book. They got to figure out Chris Paul and Ayton because that's the only way they could build the roster because they don't have
another team for Kyrie too.
possibly.
Possibly.
And you still got obviously the Nuggets will be there for sure. I don't think Cat will be in a T-Wolves jersey, and I think that'll be better for them. Because Ant-Man, you got to give him the keys.
Yeah.
But Rudy will still be there,
which is fine. They actually played better without the two bigs. And because Cat, come on, bro. Like, no.
I don't think Memphis gonna be there if Ja.
Yeah, see, Memphis may fall because Ja.
Yeah,
personally, bro, I think Ja gonna get the gauntlet, son. They're gonna put him in the gulag. So you still got those West teams that'll be there. The Clippers, who knows what's gonna go on with them, but you always got to keep in mind, what's gonna happen with them. They still have talent regardless of how we feel about them. And we'll see. And let's not forget about the Kings. The Kings will be there. So I think the West will be better. So I'm gonna reserve on repeat for Denver. I gotta see how the West shapes out. But yeah, man, we'll see. And right now in the Eastern Conference, man, Boston's down 6, about to go into halftime. They look like, well, Jaylen Brown looks like he wants to go home. He has not had a good night thus far. And Miami is just they continue to walk them down and just stay afloat against them. And right now, Jaylen Brown is 7 points, 3 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 free throws, 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. And then Tatum, another stinker, he has 8.7 rebounds, but he's 3 for 7, 1 for 4 from 3. Only went to the line twice and went 1 for 2 from the line. I think they're blowing up that team as well. But again, we'll get into all the off-season stuff.
You can't commit $600 million to both of the extensions.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do it.
Can't commit that. If they didn't win this year, it was like, yo, how am I gonna do this? Come on, guys.
Yeah. So it looks like the way the game is turning out to be, I feel like unless Boston just turns it up and Tatum turns it up in the second half, we may be looking at Miami and Denver June 1st.
And we're gonna have to have a real conversation about Jimmy. Since he signed to Miami, 3 ECFs is about to be 2 finals.
Yeah.
Ever since LeBron left, this is his East.
Yeah. That is true.
And the Sixers haven't been the same since.
Yeah, the Sixers have not been the same since. And they about to lose James Harden.
I don't know where he will rank, whatever, now, all time, but you have to tell your kids about Jimmy Butler era in the East. Because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Jimmy Butler is a real thing. So, with that being said, man, it's been a hell of a ride this season.
Hell of a ride, man.
What a crazy ride. And shout out to the Lakers, man, for getting this far. But we don't celebrate Western Conference victories and appearances. We don't celebrate first round victories. We don't celebrate second round victories. The standard is championships. That's why we have 17 of them. And we expect the same expectation next season. So, with that being said, peace and love, everybody. And for those who are still in the playoffs, enjoy your teams.
As we sign out, 3, 2, 1,
Cancun. It's lovely here.
We're on our way to Margaritaville next.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Peace, guys.
Peace.
The Nuggets are K. Heat is 6.
Nah. Yo, if the Heat win that series, I don't know.
Yeah, sidebar. If the Heat win as an A seed, losing a playing game, I'm sorry. Yeah, Spoelstra and Jimmy Butler. Yeah, man.
I don't
we have to have a serious
because
conversation.
they're gonna be heavy underdogs this series.
Oh yeah,
everybody's gonna pick the Nuggets.
Yeah, everyone's gonna pick the Nuggets. Everyone.
If they somehow win, I don't know what.
But also on the flip side, Jokic going through KD, Book, AD, and Braun. Hey, man,
that's an elite run.
That's an elite run too. That's
the same thing with the Heat.
It's like it's true.
Brother.
Yeah,
it's like, damn, like
hoops. And what's even better for the Heat side is they lost Tyler Hero in the first round.
Yeah,
you think he traded this year?
Yeah.
That's why I said you don't like it, Josh, but I do. I call it no, hell no. I call it Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah, Dylan
What?
Brooks, baby. Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
Bro.
Dylan Brooks on the Heat.
I thought
Fits.
you were
It
going
fits.
to like
It
Tyler
fits.
Hero
That's
for
right. That's right.
McHale or something. I
Hey,
don't know. What?
hey,
Dylan Brooks on the Heat fits, bro.
He does fit, but
He
I wouldn't
does.
trade Tyler Hero for him.
Yes, I would.
I would.
In a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think about
And
it.
then like I don't have to worry about playing Kyle Lowry. I could like switch him out with Dylan Brooks, or
Bro, Dylan Brooks. Listen, as much as
I love Dylan Brooks.
as much as the antics, and I get it.
love Dylan Brooks.
Like I get
he
the
fits
antics,
that
and I get
culture though. He
and
fits
I
that
get
culture though.
I get the antics and the clown show that he puts on, but the dude averaged 14 points in the NBA, and he's an all NBA defender. It is what it is.
I love Dylan Brooks. I would love him on my team, but I just Tyler Hero for him. That's
Listen.
and that's I'm getting extra stuff. I'm not doing it.
Listen, I think it works. I don't think you need Tyler Hero. They actually been playing better without him. And then another take I got before we end it. Jaylen Brown on the Kings. I like that too.
Now Atlanta, I see a lot of people saying Atlanta for some
I see Atlanta too.
He's from Atlanta.
He's from Atlanta, but again, he went to Cal, and I him on the Kings. Think about it. You just take him, replace him with Harrison Barnes, who we know how Harrison Barnes been.
You can't see me.
You put Jaylen Brown on that team.
Harrison Barnes, Keegan Murray, and Davion Mitchell for Brown. Oh man, it's gonna be a lot of trades, man. I can't wait.
It's gonna have to be because the next summer the CBA kicks in and y'all gonna be locked out of like building.
Yeah, I mean
building teams like with supermax players.
Suns, Clippers, Warriors, and Nets.
No, it's not. We're not in that. After we traded KD and Kyrie, we're not in that no more.
You sure?
Yeah.
I gotta look that up.
Because I thought we was in it too, but they said that we're not in that.
You're not a second. You're not a second apron tax team.
Because going into next year, I guess we drop off since all that the big
contracts.
Right? Ain't McHale on the max?
Now McHale. This contract in the A.
So your only max player is Ben Simmons, correct?
That's our only max player. Claxton's making 10 mil. Dinwiddie's making 17. Joe Harris 17. No big contracts like that.
Okay. All right. But look out for our next episode. Obviously, we'll talk about the finals coming up once we get a Eastern Conference winner, and we'll deep dive into the finals and our picks for that. And then after that, we'll get into some offseason stuff, man, because it's like Eric alluded to, with the CBA, there's going to be a lot of moves. A lot of teams going to have to share some salary because the CBA has clearly rewarded cheap owners. So we'll see what happens. CJ. Yes, CJ. We'll see what happens, but there's for sure going to be a lot of moves, and there's going to be a lot of players to get to round up teams' rosters and stuff. So we'll see. But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of the playoffs and Eastern Conference Finals, and we'll be back before the finals where we have a winner.
Yep. Peace, y'all.